Today on To The Point, we have one of the Week 4 eliminated contestants here for you today.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Welcome on in To The Point, presented by Dance Network and Popcorn Talk. And we are so excited to always bring you the most up-to-date interviews possible. And we are continuing on with the Week 4 eliminated contestants here. And we get to do it live this week, which is kind of exciting. Hey, yeah. Right over here to my left, Ezra Sosa.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I'm so excited you're here. Not excited you're off the show, but excited that you're here in studio with me. We weren't sure this was going to happen, and now it's happening. So this is good. I know you've spent the last couple days at Disneyland.
Oh yeah, no, it was so fun. Like, I think that's the perfect place to go after you're eliminated from like a major show. I was like, Mom, if I get eliminated, like, we're going to Disneyland. So like when I was eliminated, we're at dinner, my mom's like, oh, I'm buying your tickets right now. I'm like,
amazing. Happiest place on earth.
oh, seriously, like no better place to just have fun and really just like forget about everything that just happened.
But it's not relaxing though, is it?
Oh, no. There's a lot of walking, but like I love Disneyland so much. Like, even at the end of the day, I was just like so tired, but I still had like the biggest smile on my face. It's just all like the magic that's there. It's amazing.
Have you been able in the 2 days wrap your brain around the experience you've had so far with So You Think You Can Dance?
I mean, at some extent, like even being at Disneyland, like having quite a few people like recognize me is like something I'm not used to. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, this is kind of like a big deal. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what did I just do?
I was on TV. You're kind of in a bubble of So You Think at the studio, and you don't realize people are actually watching.
I was just going to Disneyland kind of like definitely popped that bubble, and I kind of just saw the extent of like everything I just did the past couple weeks, and it's really crazy.
And you and your sister Stephanie, who was here a few weeks ago, made history by being the first brother-sister duo in the same season.
I mean, that's even more crazy to wrap my head around. Like, the fact that I got to experience that with my sister, like, never happened before, is something that I'll never forget. And I just feel so blessed to have the opportunity.
On those hard days, how were you guys of support with each other? Because this, I always say this, but people don't realize, besides the physical toll this show takes, there is a mental toll too.
I mean, we both came into it like mentally strong, but just slowly throughout the week we started just cracking more. But it was important for us to put each other in check and making sure that we were doing okay mentally, and we did help each other a lot. And I feel like the first couple weeks I wouldn't have done as good as I would if it wasn't for her. Mm-hmm. So I'm really grateful that she was there, and I really did try my best to make sure she was okay too, because like we're each other's support system. Like, we're in this top 10, but we don't know who we can trust, because it's like so fresh and new. So it was just really nice having each other.
I know when I saw Steph and you hadn't seen Steph yet, you're like, how is she? Is she doing okay that first week when she was eliminated? I thought that was sweet. You're really concerned about her.
Yeah. I mean, the week that she was gone was definitely like the hardest mentally for me, just because I was so used to having her by my side. Like, not even just like the fact that she was there, but this whole experience has been with her. So the moment she was gone, it was just a whole new different ball game for me, and it was just so challenging to be there without her. But I definitely was able to like overcome that kind of challenge and just be more independent. But at the same time, I just really missed her, and I was fortunate enough to like have them like set aside like a little time for me to see her before the show, because they kind of knew I was kind of struggling mentally.
Yeah.
So like just seeing her, I just started bawling, and it was really nice seeing her again, and just seeing that she was okay with it all.
Well, you come from like a true dance family. I mean, your brother Tristan's auditioned for the show a few times. We saw Steph last year make it to the top 20, and of course the two of you make it to top 10. But your dad, your mom, they are all in. They're just, they have invested time and emotions. I mean, they were so supportive of the two of you.
And that's also like really amazing to have that support system. Like, I feel so blessed to have a family that's very supportive of what I love and my dreams, and they really want me to accomplish those dreams. And I feel very fortunate to have that kind of support system, and just the fact that they were willing to fly every single week to see me, which is something that a lot of people didn't have that chance, it was just really nice seeing them in the audience and really making sure I was doing okay. And they went above and beyond with like trying to get the votes in, making the parties happen. T-shirts, like everything. So it just made everything that much more special because I did have my parents like always supporting me no matter what.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting with everything that was happening outside of the show, like Boys Who Dance. It's so important to have that support of family and friends because sometimes guys are made fun of for doing something that is a sport and also an art, people.
Yeah.
You guys are athletes.
Yeah, even growing up, like even if I get, I wouldn't say I was like bullied dancing, but I was picked on quite a bit. My parents were always there to support me, just like defending me, always defending me. And even growing up, meeting other male dancers that parents like didn't support what they're doing just kind of opened my eyes and realized how lucky I was to have the parents that I do have.
Yes, and your house is like the dance house because you had Eddie Hoyt, you know, he wasn't living exactly with you, but I think he is right now.
No, yeah, he is right now.
He is right now. I'm pretty sure he is right now. And you know, your dad is like, I think this dancer and this dancer and this dancer, they're going to come and they're going to train and they're going to stay at our house. I mean, there's an open door policy at the Sosas.
And that's also amazing because we weren't like growing up, we didn't have like the biggest house, so now like, we moved into a house that we can fit more people in, which is like my dad really took that to advantage, and he really wants to share his love to dance to like everyone, and just open like have everyone come with like open arms, just really make sure that they feel loved and like really have that training that we were able to have in Utah.
Yeah, it's your mom and dad that actually, I brought my husband to work this week because they were like, we need to meet your husband. So I got him a ticket and he went to the show.
Oh yeah. Everyone's like, who's Dan's dad's life? I'm like, oh, yep, that's my dad.
That's Enrique Sosa. He's well known.
He's the best. He's really the best.
He's the best. He's great. Well, let's talk about your journey on the show. You know, looking back, what was the hardest week? Was it the week that Steph left? Was it this week when your body and your mind are just feeling it?
I mean, mentally it was the week Steph left. The first day back at rehearsal, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this without her. Like, I genuinely like was worried for myself because I just felt like I couldn't do it without her. But physically, it was definitely this past week because if you watch the show, like I went from that contemporary routine, which it's not challenging physically, but there was a lot of partnering involved in it, and I was being lifted, which is something I'm not used to. So it was kind of like a new kind of sore. And then the next day we learned the boys group rehearsal, and that routine is just so athletic, so demanding on your body. And after that, I literally was like, I'm actually sore. Like this whole time in the show, like I wasn't actually sore until this week.
And then they're like, we're going to give you Doriana Sanchez and some disco. Wait.
I literally just forgot about that. And then like we go into rehearsal with that, and they're just right off the bat, like didn't even teach us the routine yet. They just showed us like the first lift was like her spinning. It's like, okay, can you guys try that? I'm like, you're crazy, right? You
know, it's so funny because disco, when you watch it, okay, the lifts do look hard, but like the steps itself look pretty easy. They're not though, because the speed of the dance and then getting in and out of lifts and spins and turns, you have to be very accurate with it. And I always go, Doriana Sanchez's choreography is very deceiving.
Like it doesn't look like it, but even just like it starts out strong, and then you do the first lift, and then it's like you're starting to crash, and you're like, oh no, I can't crash. Then you do the second lift, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this dance. And
then they're like, by the way, can you just like have Madison hang off your neck and
let go? I mean, we did try that at first, and like we couldn't do it. It's just like wasn't working. And then we showed the routine to one of the producers, Jeff, and he was like, is there any chance like he can open his arms? I was like, oh, I knew he was gonna ask that.
Gotta say it. It's such a Jeff Thacker, but he's got a good eye for that, and he knows that it just adds that little extra element.
And you can tell like he has such a love for disco, especially like when he does his warm-ups with us. He has like all like the disco vibes. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of seeing where you're getting your warm-ups from, so it's really awesome.
We've talked about this a couple times on the show. The Jeff Thacker warm-up, which every season does, is really kind of epic, and I had not seen it with my own eyes until this year when we were at Academy, and I was like, ooh.
You were like blown away. I mean,
I was like, this is amazing.
It's hard to describe it because like we get such a stressful week, and he just kind of puts it all like in such a fun way, just like making sure our hearts are open and our brains working. And
And he's very serious about the warm up.
Oh, so serious.
He's got his game face on. It's
even like with even
wow.
with everyone working, like we all have to be on stage like 7:15. I'm like, wait, this is just a warm up. Like, why are they freaking out? And then just like he just takes it so to heart and just makes sure that we're all.
It's
okay.
really a great
awesome.
thing. I kind of wish they did a behind the scenes like this is Jeff's warm up, everyone. Because
I low key might like I want to do that. Like they won't let us film, but I'm just gonna see like what I can do to film it because I also just like want to do Jeff's warm up like whenever I'm like feeling down. So if I have like a video of the recording and just like doing it by myself.
They do it on tour,
awesome.
so you guys will probably be doing it on tour.
Sweet.
They and I think too, it's part of the tradition of the show. That's the other thing. So just knowing that Jeff warm up exists is kind of epic.
I mean, he has the songs that he does every season, and then he does. I'm pretty sure he did a new song for our season, so like a new routine for our season for the warm up. So we're like, okay, we kind of have like our own little warm up.
Let's talk about that Robert Roldan piece. Speaking of amazing choreography, when you knew you were working with Robert, and then your all-star was Gabby, you knew that this was like
above and beyond.
Yeah, you had a high level to reach.
I opened my envelope and it was Gabby, and I immediately thought, I was like, am I gonna do tap? And then Robert happened to be in the room, and I looked at Robert. I was like, "Am I getting tapped?" And he goes, "Mm-mm." And then and then they're going down the list and saying what style we had. I had contemporary. I was like, sweet. And then they went back down, and they're like, your choreographer is Jeff slides to the right, and it was Robert. And I was like, yes! So ecstatic because he's just been here for all of us throughout all the weeks, and so just to finally get that one-on-one time with him and just like really like get to see his work, because I never really like seen his work outside of the show, so I was really like interested to see how it was. And like I was a little skeptical at first because he wasn't like a major choreographer like going into the show, like obviously, and he's kind of like a newer choreographer. But like the moment like our first rehearsal happened, like I was just so happy with the routine and so happy with the way he worked with me, and I wouldn't have changed it for the world.
Yeah, I said this last night on Twitter, so it's public, it's out there, but I said I do think that Robert is one of the best rising choreographers in the industry right now. He's been mentored by the best, by Mandy and Jeff, and they came on the show, all three of them, and they talked about the fact that they had been working on a piece with Robert to try and get it to a place where they thought it was show worthy. So, you know, they don't just like throw a bunch of routines on the show and go, hopefully this sticks. I mean, they really do work with the choreographers and work with the concepts and things like that to say that I think now this fits, or this idea works really well. So, but I mean, that is going to be one of those memorable ones. And Gabby she's
phenomenal.
She gets better. Like if you go back, she was great in season 12. And then you go to now and you're like, she is levels and levels above the greatness that she already was.
I mean, she trained at Hubbard, which is already like such an accomplishment. So you can see like her technique is just so incredibly like there. It's like there's no doubt that she has incredible technique, but like the fact like she was able to lift me. Like when he was showing us the moves, I was kind of like, I don't know how she's gonna do this. Like, okay, you're gonna fall into her arms. I'm like, I don't know if I can, like, she's very small.
She's got you.
But she's, like, so strong. And she's so stable.
Strong. Yep. She knows exactly what she's doing. And she walked away from LA for a while and said, you know, I'm going to go back to training because that's what I felt like I needed. And I always have admired.
Off.
Yeah. Now she's doing West Side Story with Steven Spielberg, or she just wrapped. But no big deal.
No big deal. I mean,
big deal.
I like, no one really mentioned that to me. And I didn't really, like, follow her on, like, Instagram or social media. So I didn't really get to see any of that. But then when someone told me, I'm like, oh my gosh. Whoa. She
had an epic summer, honestly.
Yeah,
I was following her, and I would send her little messages like, I'm so jealous. This is exciting. I can't wait to see it. So I'm thrilled for her. And the other piece I do want to mention from this past week too was Talia. And what is your cat's name?
Talia.
Yes, named after
Talia.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think is amazing. You guys have known each other. You've kind of grown up with Talia. So how has that relationship even evolved now that you've worked with her on So You Think? Because she's known you since you were itty bitty.
I know, it's crazy because like every week she's gotten to work with me. She's still like, I feel like we both just still can't believe that we were able to work with each other. And she'd always hug me. It's like, we started from the bottom. Like because she loves Drake. So she goes, we started from the bottom, now we're here. I literally just chuckle, but it just makes the experience that much more worthwhile because she has been such a mentor to me, and she helped me get to where I am, not just like physically but mentally. So the fact that I got to experience it with her is kind of like a cherry on top. Like, especially like working with Steph, being here with Steph, getting incredible choreographers, and then just having like Talia like in the corner. I just felt so blessed.
It was a special journey, honestly.
It really was.
Yeah, that's incredible. A lot of the fans, it was interesting watching the reaction when they saw the eliminations last night. A lot of people thought you were very gracious and very positive about going home. It's a hard thing to wrap your brain around at the same time, though, too. Is it just a moment of mixed emotions?
I mean, going into this week, I knew there was a strong chance of me going home, especially being in the bottom twice. So I kind of had the mentality of like, if this is my time, this is my time. Like, my goal was to make top 6, and I genuinely didn't think I'd make it this far. So the fact that I did is kind of like incredible. But I just knew like whatever happens, and I'm just so blessed to just be part of this season and being with all the blessings I had. I just felt so honored to be able to share that kind of blessing with America. So I was just so thankful to be there, really.
And the journey's not over because you guys are all going on tour.
On tour, yeah.
So,
and like they're not really sending me home anyway, so I'm like, okay, I'm just
you're still here.
I'm still here, so I just get a week off in LA. So
I'd be like eating every cheeseburger I could.
Oh no. We went to Disneyland. I'm okay. We're all gonna get the fat food. Like, we're gonna eat and eat.
Corn dog, the Dole Whip,
the churros.
The churros.
So good.
I like their popcorn. They have the best popcorn.
Oh, they really do.
I know.
They really
I don't
do.
know what they do with it, but it's really delicious. What is going to happen with you post tour? Do you have some thoughts and ideas? Do you stay in Utah? Do you come to LA? Do you go to New York?
I mean, that's definitely like cross that bridge once we get there. But I definitely have like a huge dream of mine is to be on Dancing with the Stars, like, because I know so many people on the show, so many Center Stage alumni on the show. I just want to have that experience to go on that show as well. But I'll just be like working towards that goal. But besides that, I don't really have anything in mind to do.
All right. So yeah, it's like to be determined.
To be determined, really.
I know, but it's going to come up fast. That's the other thing. That's kind of the crazy aspect of it.
I'm hoping on tour I can get a sense of like what I'm wanting for my future.
Right.
So I'm really like just traveling, getting to see the different cultures, meeting the different people, just kind of getting a feel for what I want for my future.
Yeah, and it's interesting. A lot of the Utah people will temporarily live, in Los Angeles, do their Dancing with the Stars season, go back home.
Yeah.
You guys love your state, which is good.
I know, and I didn't really like realize that until I was here. Like, I really miss home, which is something like I didn't think I'd get to, because like not that I love Utah to death, but like I was like, I just want to like I want to be in the big city, like living my dreams. But and then I'm here, and I'm just kind of like I just want to go home and just kind of see my family, see my cats, sleep in my own bed, like see all my friends and stuff. So I totally see why they do that now.
Right. But there's a reason they say there's no place like home.
Oh
right?
yeah, seriously.
It's totally understandable. What was the most surprising thing about the season? Because I'm sure you felt like, I've had plenty of friends on the show. I know what to expect. I'm ready for this. What shocked you?
What shocked me is when I made the top 10, because I genuinely didn't feel like I was making it, just because of the fact like having 2 siblings on the same season's never happened before. So when I made it, I was... You saw the reaction. Like I was like, okay, thank you. Like she kind of was setting it up for
and then she's like, wait.
Yeah, I was like,
I got something.
I was literally like ready to like walk off the stage and just have my head held high, just like totally accepting the fact I didn't make it.
Right, like I'll come back season 17, audition again.
Yeah, so when I did make it, I was literally like blown away. It was crazy.
Yeah, anything in the actual process of the show that surprised you, like rehearsals or...
I think the things that actually surprised me were how much work they put in behind the scenes, not just the dancing. Like the lighting, they put so much work behind that. The costuming, the makeup and hair. You just watch it, you see the final product on stage. And so the fact, like I was able to like see all of that, the amount of work that they put into it. I was like, wow, I see why they're getting nominated for Emmys. Like the lighting department is so good at their job. And the camera angles and all that stuff, and then like they play it back so you can watch it. I'm like, wow, like it's not only that, it's just such a huge learning experience. Like I wasn't expecting to learn as much as I did.
Yeah, and you get to learn to dance to the camera,
right?
Which is and knowing which camera cameras to hit and everything else. Sounds like it's really easy, or that but it's not. And I think what a lot of people don't see, unless you're in the studio audience, is the steady cam that is trailing you guys as you're dancing.
And you just got to watch out for him too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
it's a whole other element on stage that they don't even think about. That's why I like going home, because I see it in studio. I like watching it again because then I get to see the close-up of what the steady cam caught. So it's really kind of amazing.
Really cool.
Well, Ezra, I want to thank you so much for being here. This is really, it's been fun watching your journey, because I was with you guys from judges round kind of all the way through with Steph from last season. So it's been kind of fun watching how everything evolves and everything else. Yeah, and I really want to thank you too for always being in the corner, helping my family out, helping us out. It's really nice having someone behind the scenes, knowing what's going on if we don't. What do I do? Yeah, but seriously, thank you for all the support that you've done for my family, and I really appreciate it. Of course, my pleasure, my pleasure. All right, and if people aren't already following you and want to follow you while you go out and tour, yell out to that camera where they can find you on Instagram, Twitter, all the good stuff. Instagram handle is Ezra.Sosa. Twitter handle is Ezra _Sosa. I'm an Instagram person, Ezra _Sosa. And I think that's Facebook, Ezra Sosa. Something like that. Something like that. Yeah. I'm just all Instagram. Just put in Ezra Sosa, you'll find it. You'll find it. Are you the only Ezra Sosa in the world? Oh, yeah. I mean, if you put in Ezra, there's a lot of other Ezras, but Sosa, I like it. So oftentimes when I'm the only Kristen Burt in the world. So yeah. And I was like, I'm pretty easy to find. All right. Well, thank you so much. Don't go anywhere, you guys, because we've got Madison Jordan joining us in just a few minutes here on To The Point.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.